had it. Well, hello there. What's going on, everybody? I got some special news for you guys, and I'm super excited. It's been a long time coming. Yeah, if you guys could see that, ability tunings, super upgrades. Oh boy, it's all coming, ladies and gentlemen. And now, wait. So excited. Energy's to the roof right now. Got a thunder in the loins. You know what that means? I don't, but you know what it means?
I think you know.
Oh, this has been something that the Destiny community has been waiting for a long time, guys. We are finally getting a huge, well, okay, I'm not gonna say huge, definitely getting a good upgrade here to our supers in PvE. We're gonna go through the TWAB, take a look at them, read them off to you guys, and be prepared, boys, because it's gonna be fun. If you haven't seen already, or if you have a normal job like me and you work a 9 to 5, Bungie's decided to buff every single light class for PvE content. But also, before I get into it, I would love to make this my career, make this my job. I would love to stream for you guys and make YouTube videos for you guys, so you guys could please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Any support you guys give me is greatly appreciated. You guys have been killing it recently. They say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I don't know how that has anything to do with what I'm talking about right now, but I really like that quote. So, increase viability of roaming supers and high difficulty PvE. For God's sakes, freaking finally. Super tuning updates. With Lightfall's release coming to new roaming supers, Skills, Silk Strike, and Blade Fear, the tuning of these supers was an experiment to determine where we felt roaming supers could be live in combat sandbox. We're pretty happy with the results, and with Season 21, we're taking a pass at other roaming supers. Listening! Finally! That's, you know, sometimes my wife gives me the thumbs up when I listen to her, because sometimes I do listen, sometimes I do remember. It's not all the time, but sometimes I do. One of the ways we're working to increase the viability is through damage resistance. In addition to damage resistance values that supers have against other super players. A little bit of a PvP thing there. With this change, our goal is that supers, in particular melee supers, are more easily able to engage with high-level targets. Cool. You don't just get booped off the map by majors and stuff like that. Awesome. Super happy about that. Right here. All supers increase PvE damage resistance by 20%. Good buff. Honestly, it could probably even be a little bit more, but they probably don't want to overkill it. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, let's just go ahead and get into it. We'll start off with the Hunter, since Hunter is here first. Hunters are, I'd say Hunters severely lack with their PvE supers. It's basically mostly Heather. I mean, yeah, some of them use the little twirly bird thingy, but with the staff, the arc strippers, I mean, you know what I mean. It's not as good as not Celestial, Heather, but that's for another day, especially with Devourer, and it's so good. Overall, we're happy with where Hunter Super sits in high level PvE gameplay. I should say not happy. Anyways, they offer strong burst of damage, relatively safe, and several already have keyword integration. However, there are still a few supers that are lagging behind. Spectral, Golden Gun, Arc Staff are slightly underperforming in their intended combat roles, like I was just saying. So Golden Gun, both Marksman and Deadshot, increase PvE damage by 20%. That's good. That's definitely good, especially if you're gonna throw a Celestial Nighthawk, or I know there's a chest piece too. I can't think of what it's called for Arc Staff that increases the duration too when you're killing a bunch of people. So that's good too. There's also another one. There's a helmet piece that you do more damage, I believe, as well. I cannot remember the names, guys. We will be testing probably a lot of these, damage testing a lot of these in the upcoming season to see. Hold on, let me plug my headset in really quick. We will be testing some of the damage with some of these exotic weapons. We'll be testing a lot of this with increased damage with pretty much any of the exotic armor that's going to help. So that'll be fun. We'll just load into a checkpoint on a raid boss and see what it does. See how much of a difference it really makes. Because I'm curious to see how Golden Gun's going to do now. It's been a while since I've used that. Here we go. The big one, Spectral. Spectral Blades has historically been a significant underperformer. Yes, I could not agree with you more. So we're taking a harder swing here and allowing its heavy attacks to weaken targets on hit. Volatile, cool. We're also fixing a long-standing bug where maximum attack speed, some attacks could fail to connect. I think that's very important. That could also help in PvP too. Anyways, like any more damage they give us is going to be good for this super, because it definitely severely lacks it, and it always does. Whenever you are using it, it does feel weird. It feels like you're whiffing a lot. So Hopefully that will fix that. Let's go ahead. Gathering Storm. Direct impact damages versus players increase from 200 to 300. Delayed lightning strike damages versus players increase from 300 to 500. Okay, that seems pretty significant. Lingering lightning tick damage versus players increase from 40 to 60. Now deals increased damage versus Well of Radiance and Warped On. Okay, so this might be a new counter to Well of Radiance and Bubble. So finally gives hunters something to counter him with. Good idea. I like it. All right, we'll definitely have to give that a try. I definitely want to give Arcstaff a little bit more try. Get my stripper pole out and beat the hell out of people with it. Let's move on to the Crayon Eaters, Mr. Titan. On the whole, we believe Titan Supers are currently failing a bit short in high-level PvE. Really? You don't say. To remedy this, basically, if you're not using Bubble, you're playing wrong. Just gonna say that. We're increasing the PvE damage of several roaming supers across the Arc, Solar, and Stasis subclass. Cool. While we increased Fist of Havoc's PvE damage in Lightfall, its performance in high difficulty content hasn't noticeably improved. So we're more, I can't even read that word, more holistically? Don't make fun of me, okay? I dig holes for a living, don't make fun of me. Reevaluated its attacks energy costs and are enabling its heavy attack to blind targets. Oh, okay, that seems kind of cool. Just to have light attack costs reduced from 8.5 to 6%. Heavy attack costs reduced from 18 to 12. Increase heavy attack PvE damage by 33%. I don't know why 33, that's a weird number. Heavy attack now blinds near the center of the slam area. Okay, so that seems pretty cool. So it's gonna last a little longer. You're gonna do more damage, and you're gonna be able to, with heavy attacks, you're gonna be able to blind. So this seems like a pretty good buff for Stasis. I don't even know if I've ever played the Stasis Super on Titan. So we'll definitely give that a go. Glacial Quake. Increase Shiver Strike thrust speed. Increase the thrust speed. I like the way that sounds. By 10%. And increase light attack damage by 20%. Wow, light attack getting a plus 20% damage buff. Pretty significant. For Sentinel Shield, Hammer Soul, and Burning Maw. Sentinel Shield is increasing PvE damage by 20%. Hammer Soul is only 10. Burning Maw is increasing by 10%. Now creates a sunspot on cast when Soul Invictus is equipped. Matching the behavior of Hammer of Souls makes sense. Why? They probably should have did that from the start, if I'm being honest. Heavy attack cyclones now apply Scorch over time. Scorch. Time. Both seems pretty good. Definitely will make a good update and change to that super because not very many people use it. Warlocks have generally strong neutral game abilities and are doing well within our expected performance band. Yeah, I kind of figured that. For Voidwalker, we are increasing PvE damage output to Nova Warp and both Nova Bomb variants. Awesome. I like playing both those. Those are both a lot of fun. And allowing Nova Warp to make targets volatile. Ooh. That's gonna play nice with the seasonal mods right now. Well, it might change by the time. It'll probably change by the time this comes out. But anyways, increase PvE damage by 15%. Good. A fully charged attack now makes enemies volatile on hit. Nova Bomb increased by 20%. So Nova Bombs already do a pretty decent amount of damage. Now you're bumping it up by 20%. Stormcallers. We don't believe either Stormtrance or Chaos Reach are excelling in their intended roles. No shit. They're dog shit. Stormtrance. Increase PvE damage by 25%. Damage ramps while attacking now occurs more quickly. Over 3 seconds down 5. Ooh. The more you're clicking that button, the more you're mashing that, the more damage you're going to put out. That's good. Landfall detonation seekers now jolt targets. Alright, cool. I like all those changes. Chaos Reach used to be so broken, and now it's like I don't even know if I've seen anybody use it in different seasons and different seasons or different when new stuff comes out, how stuff like comes and goes. Chaos Reach, like I said, when it first came out, it was so broken. Everyone was using it. It was so good, and now look at where we are. No one even touches Chaos Reach. No one. Okay, so let's see. Increase PvE damage by 25%. So it looks like they grew, like I said, they pretty much increased every super here. Damn near, they pretty much increased every super by about 25% the damage-wise. That seems to be pretty standard. Sustained damage on a single target now creates a jolting lightning strike at a target's location. Okay. Increased damage resistance versus players from 40 to 50%, so you're not going to die as easily. That's cool. Increased maximum stray speed, so now you're going to be able to move a little faster. I never really thought it's Chaos Reach as a movement super, but that might be cool. Adjusted super camera to avoid the player's bottom from blocking its targets while strafing. Okay. I like I said, I don't know if that's a big issue. Obviously, it must be if they're fixing it, but I don't play Chaos Reach, and I don't know too many people that do, so hopefully a good little quality of life thing here. Alright, happy with Winter's Wrath excelling his crowd control too. This is a really good super for killing a lot of the ads. We're giving a small damage boost to PvE. Okay, so this is going to be really, really good. Increase PvE damage by 10%. Finally, we're making some small adjustments. Yeah, I was really hoping they were going to buff up Daybreak. Camera to make it easier to locate targets in heat of combat. Okay. Adjusted super camera to allow the player to look down further and avoid VFX blocking view of targets from more moving quickly. Alright. Let's talk about Strand, our newest damage type. We're still in the process of evaluating Strand's performance in the live game. And we expect that the performance to continue to shift over the course of this year as new aspects are added to each class. For now, we're making some minor adjustments to base cooldown times, target improvement to pain points that we observed since Lightfall's launch. Threaded spike, the little thing you throw. My nose is so freaking itchy. Increase projectile travel range before beginning to return the player by 30%. Okay. Increase damage versus PvE combatants by 55%. Holy shit. Slightly reduce speed of the dart as it returns to the player to make it easier catching it. Okay. You must be bad at sports. Titan Frenzy Blade, which I have not played. Strand Titan. It's the only one I haven't played yet. Decrease cooldown based on how many melee charges the player has. Okay, so basically it doesn't want you to save up your punching. At 0 charges, cooldown reduced by 50%. At 2 charges, cooldown reduced by 30%. It basically wants you to not just walk around punching people and using your melee charge. It wants you to basically save it and use it more strategically instead of being a Titan that just runs around punching things. Warlocks. Increase cooldown based on how many melee charges the player has stored. Same thing. At 0 charges, blah blah blah. It's the same thing as Titan. Increase projectile speed based on the projectile's flight time. Okay. Initial velocity increased by 40 meters per second, up from 30. Final velocity increased from 70 meters per second, up from 60. Okay. We'll have to see how much of a difference it makes with these. Grapple. Reduce base cooldown from 105 to 82 seconds. Oh boy. Reduce the minimum time between grapple activations between two. Holy. Wow, that's a huge. Boy, people are going to be grappling all over the freaking place, man. Red generation. Reduces energy generation provided by some damage over time. Mechanics reduce energy generation provided by trace rifles by 36%. Stasis tuning. Hunter. Withering Blade. Increase projectile tracking search range on bounce for players by 20%. I feel like this is a really good super. Increase maximum tracking strength by 12.5. Dude, when Stasis first came out, it broke PvP. It broke PvP. Stasis was so dumb. It was so good. So hopefully they learn from it, and which they have. I will say, I'll give credit. Strand has not been anywhere near to the state that Stasis was, so that's good. Titan Shiver Strike. Maximum thrust. Maximum thrust. One more time. Maximum. Maximum thrust while on flight increased by 16%. Decreased maximum downward influence of gravity while on the flight by 18%. Hollow the Storm. Increased the width of freezing cone by player by 31%. Okay, that seems pretty substantial. So now that's basically going to freeze everyone on the entire map. So watch, that's probably going to be absolutely fucking broken. Warlock. Frost Pulse. Now provides 2 meters of additional melee lunge range. Great if Warlocks couldn't lunge any farther. Imagine, so now you're going to put this with the fitting aspects and you're going to be able to fucking launch halfway across the map. So that's cool. I'm not going to get into too much more of the tuning. If you guys want, up to the TWAB and read it. Those were the main changes that are coming. There's some more down there. Before I make this video too long and I keep blabbing on too much like my wife says I like to do. All in all, I gotta say I'm pretty excited. It's been a while since they updated the supers and damage buffs, so I'm very curious to see who's going to be the new PvE meta. It's going to be Titan, Warlock, or Hunter. Make sure you guys check out the streams and we'll find that out because we're going to do some damage testing and find out who is the best. It's also Guardian Games. I'll be streaming some of that this week too, so stop on by the Twitch channel, check it out. Without further ado, guys, have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever it may be, and I will see you guys later.